All right, fellas, welcome. Tonight we'll be talking about, I hope I get this pronunciation right, Ikigai. I don't know if you guys, do you guys remember the video?
That sounds about right. Yes.
So I've been reviewing this. I know we spoke about it briefly just amongst ourselves, and I've been reviewing this, and I've just been wondering, how can I apply this to achieve the things that I want to achieve? And what I want is to I just want everybody within the inner city, within our inner city communities to understand that saying I need help with mental health. I'm depressed. I'm having a hard time dealing with this. I don't know how to handle this period of transformation or whatever changes they're going through, and to let them know it's okay. It's okay to ask for help. No, that's my goal, because like within our inner city, it's this big stigma of, if you ask for help, especially within a mental health capacity, you're considered weak. So I realized that I started on that journey. I do have, something that I love to do, which is helping people. I have my mission, and I think I'm good at it. I've helped some people, some friends, co-workers. I've helped clients, but I haven't fully achieved the point. Whereas it's something that I'm handsomely paid to do, which is it definitely gets me to that full convergence of Ikigai.
Mm.
So I brought you guys together tonight because I wanted to know, since we reviewed this, how have you guys been applying this? How has it shaped what your view on your goals and what you want to accomplish? So I'm going to start with you, Mike, because I know you have you definitely have your goals as far as spreading the word and the love of Jesus, and I know you also have your love of poetry. So how has this affected how you would go about achieving the things that you want to achieve in those fields?
That's good. No, thank you. It's interesting. Because the Bible definitely speaks to, and I believe something it says, basically the worker is worth his wage. So when we do things, even in things that are our passion, we not always go into an expectancy with compensation, but that is the hope, especially for the things that we care about and love. It's interesting because as you speak about inner city youth, like I wish that there was a more streamlined avenue for young men and women, especially in the inner city, to be able to think about really pursuing a career in dancing, singing, artistry. And I mean, there are avenues for these things, and it definitely does occur, and it does happen. You look at the many artists who are, who come out today or whatnot, or even, in our time. But I think too many times, we have those in our ear, especially the, parents who struggle to make it happen, especially in single parent households who, go to college and that's not the only option, but that's often the one that we're told about. And then we often push our passion aside. So then we end up with, maybe a vocation, maybe, we have a profession, but it's not something that we enjoy doing. So I would say for myself, definitely poetry is my passion. I would say as far as, I mean, I have, thankfully by the grace of God, I have, been compensated for at times when I've done shows and, not even like knowing it, but I would say definitely something I need to, definitely hone more often. But I think maybe for me, it's a matter of, like, I don't think it's impossible for this to be something that can be a bit more sustainable. I think I just have to kind of put myself out there more. Even in this time of COVID, they're still doing like online or like via Zoom, different sessions and stuff like that. And even as one, like you mentioned, like preaching the gospel, pastors, you have, pastors who honestly, they are, paid in a sense, let's be real, to profess and to preach the word or whatnot. That's, that's real, and it's definitely necessary and needed. Churches are not so much nowadays, but were at one point the forefront of communities. So yeah, that's my take on it. I think both of those things. I think you can definitely seek, compensation and then not be done in a way that's like mishandling or anything like that, but done in a way in which your passion actually meets your profession, passion, and vocation meet one another. But yeah, it's hard to get all these things, I think, unless you're very intentional and really know yourself and what you can do and what you want. But yeah, this is I think needed for everyone to see and look at and just really take inventory where they are.
You made a very good point of it being, it should be a bit more streamlined, especially within our inner city as far as our youth seeking, guidance when it comes to their mental health, right? But for you, has this now, does this change your view or what hobby or what profession or what passion you focus on?
Does it change it?
Has it changed it in any way, or have you already been on the path without knowing it?
I think in a sense I have been, because like I've always had an idea of like, I know, so one thing I say, and I mean it's been said before, but whatever we do in our lives, whatever we decide to do should be something that we enjoy and that we're passionate about. But I think with that should be also something that impacts others. I don't think we should ever pursue anything with just I think it's selfish to pursue something and it just be self-satisfying. I think whatever we pursue should be something that we're good at, but ultimately can satisfy others as well. So I think if anything, it kind of helps to maybe put that into perspective. Like I want to hit all these different points. And if I see an area in which that's not happening, I think that's what I need to dive into. So it just really, for me, makes me more, I would say more focused, more likely to be focused in actually approaching and concentrating on these areas. Because I do also, have a passion for mental health, diving into social work. But, I can't deny my passion for comics and spoken word and music and all these other different things. Like, so it's like, you only live once, so you pursue these things with everything that you are.
I mean, man, never deny your passion for comics. Never. But definitely, man, I've definitely checked out your page. Mike on the Mike Productions. I've seen some of your poetry. I've heard some of it. I like some of your writing.
Appreciate you.
So it's great, man. Like that. You have a good future. I'm glad to be here and share that path with you.
Thank you. Likewise, brother.
All right. So how about you, Mr. Gary Smalls and the Mambo Mornings? Would this help you streamline things a little bit more as far as how you put your content out and what you would focus on and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely, man. I think as far as like passion and mission, I think there's so many things that there's so many things that I care about. There's so many things that I like you, I share love for mental health and really being an advocate for that and really having people, especially our young folks, young people, especially young men, fatherlessness is something I've always been passionate about, especially how I grew up. So that's something that I'm really passionate about. And also fitness. So like fitness, not just like physical fitness, but emotional fitness and spiritual fitness, especially as a believer, that's something that's important to me as well. but I definitely can see how, you know, this can definitely help and kind of streamline that process, because a lot of times, similar to what Mike said, you know, we know what our passion is and we have a mission, but it's like, you know, sometimes we feel bad about getting paid for it. You know, like and we shouldn't. You don't want to. A worker is deserving of his wages. You know, so getting paid for what you're passionate about and what you're good at, and if you can provide a service to the world, I think that's so important. Um, I think for me, like right now, like having so many things for me, I think I need to personally narrow down some things, to be honest. And I think this is gonna help me to narrow that down. Like I love fitness. Like I love fitness. You know, I love, you know, as you guys know, like running and physical fitness. It's just a feeling. Like, you know, Ron, you was there, you know, you've been with me where I've been on a fitness like craze, right?
Or fitness high, man.
Just a fitness high, man. So and the benefits, and you know, it was amazing working in the fitness industry and seeing people change their lives through fitness, and how it positively impacts so many different areas of your life through fitness. So that's something that I'm passionate about, for sure. um, and I'm also passionate about seeing, you know, families, you know, become whole in a sense, like, you know, like between fatherlessness and the divorce rate. There's so many things that I see out there that like saddens me. And those are definitely two areas that sadden me a lot when I hear about those. And looking and working with you guys and as a collective to kind of what can we do as a collective to kind of help solve some of these problems. So definitely, I feel like this guide is
Amen.
very, can be very helpful in helping us to identify and narrow that down.
Definitely, I definitely agree with you on that. It's in a way, you know, it's humbling, right? Because now you look at the things that you have achieved, and you're just wondering, hey, you know, hold on one moment. Yeah, you're just wondering, hey, should I, you know, I have this drive. I want to accomplish this big goal, right? But then, you know, there's steps. There, you know, definitely little battles along the way that you can win, right? And I think this would definitely, like you said, it would definitely help streamline. Definitely help. It'll definitely help you be a bit more laser focused, right? Because now you know, okay, you have the mission, you have the vocation, you know, or if you have the profession and the passion, like, okay, what else? Okay, what else would bring me to that point of fulfillment, right? Because as much as we want to be the shining light in the world and leave a legacy positive uh, of positive impact, we definitely want to be fulfilled as well, right? Because without fulfillment, you won't continue on that road. So for me, this definitely helps put things in perspective for me. Okay, so next we have Benjamin. So Benjamin, I know you have quite a few projects on on your plate. So I'm just wondering, would does this help you in any way as far as streamlining or giving you a like clearer ultimate goal per se?
Yeah, I think it definitely helps. I mean, I'm going to piggyback on pretty much what everybody said, right? Because I think all of us have different interests and we have a lot of different ideas. But looking at the chart and all the different sections, it definitely helps you be more focused on what you should prioritize. Essentially, now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to work on the project that would cover, you know, the passion and helping the world, getting paid, trying to tie that all into that one activity that'll cover all of those factors. So yeah, I think it's definitely helping as far as my focus and just looking at the long-term picture where it's like, okay, cool, this project I like doing, but it's only covering this one piece of the puzzle. So what other stuff am I interested in can I do that's going to cover all the bases? So I think that's the biggest benefit of Ikigai is it gives you the focus, and it pretty much shows you, because all the chart, it shows you, okay, cool, if you answer these questions to all these different factors, that should give you the answer to what you have to focus on and put as a priority in your plate.
Okay, you're right. It definitely helps you focus. It definitely helps streamline things a little bit, and I agree with you also. No matter what our projects are, this is definitely like a global concept, right? So my question to you though is, having seen this and considered this, how would you rate your current progress based on this concept?
I mean, it's tough, and to be honest, it's a conversation I need to have with myself, obviously, but my current progress, it definitely doesn't cover all the bases, right? It covers like one or two, but I'm still missing key pieces. So for now, as far as progress, I would say I'm definitely, I'm far from getting to that convergence.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm halfway, just because what I'm doing is potentially, obviously it's a passion, photography and poetry. It's a passion, and I could potentially get paid for it, so you could make it a profession. But I'm trying to figure out how do I link that to making the world a better place, because I think for me, that's what every human being has a responsibility to leave the world better than how they found it.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to figure how to bridge that, whether it's something, it's a tangible thing or an inspirational thing, one or the other. I'm still trying to figure out how to bridge the gap between where I am now, which is profession and passion, and bridge the gap to help in the world.
So now seeing what is it that you were missing, right? For that full convergence of fulfillment as far as your reason for being, right? Does this help give you a clearer path as to what path you need to embark on to achieve the goals?
I mean, I would say so, just because it gives you a better understanding of how to get there. I think in all honesty, I think I've always had the ikigai even before knowing about it, because that's always been my goal is to help the world, and I want to wake up every day doing what I love and getting paid for it. So I think in a way, everybody knew about this concept before actually learning about it. But now that you actually could see a visual representation of the aspects and what each one entails, I think it makes those steps or the progress easier to track, and it makes it easier to plan your route into how you get to that convergence.
Well said. I definitely agree with that. For me personally, it definitely has helped clear things up a little bit for me. I have a better understanding of what my goals are. It also helped me define my mission a lot better. You know, so now that I have my mission and my passion, I definitely want to get that my vocation and profession together, whereas I get that full convergence and that fulfillment where I can leave my legacy of a positive impact on this world. So yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, it's definitely something I would use as part of my vision board. You know, it definitely helps. This has been great, fellas. I appreciate you guys coming out tonight. I appreciate you guys taking part of this. What I would like to do though is, you know, in a month or so, just do a follow up as a way of keeping us focused on IKIGAI. So.
Sounds good.
I,
Hold us accountable.
I see that laughter. I see the laughter.
Come on, Gary. You can't out me out like that, man.
I see you, Ron. I see you, Ron. And going back to a point you made earlier, Ron, as far as what you're good at, man, I would definitely say you definitely have a knack for delivering and giving solid coaching in a way that's and you've been a big part for me. Just I want to throw that out there. I didn't get a chance to tell you that at the earlier, but that's something that I want to know and recognize you for. Something that something that you are good at, man. So keep moving in that direction, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love, fellas. You guys, I personally believe that as a collective, we can achieve so much and be such an impact on this world that it'll definitely be noticed. They'll feel us coming.
That's the plan, bro. That's the plan.
I hear that.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we are done recording.
Yo, we should have like an outro, so we just don't